sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do 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 do. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do 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 do. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. We have to go to bed. It is 9 o'clock and we really need to go to bed because why, Ava?
We have to wake up at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. She doesn't look like she's trying to go to bed anytime soon, but we are going somewhere that is a 4-hour drive.
Tell them.
And we need to be there by like 8 in the morning. Maybe like 7 in the morning. So we gotta leave at like 3 or 4 a.m. Probably closer to 3 a.m. if we want to get to where we're going by the time we want to be there. We're gonna see if we can get these munchkins to go to bed. They need to go to bed because I'm gonna have to get them up at 3 in the morning and probably just put them in the car in their PJs with a blankie and hopefully they'll go back to sleep. And we'll just have to see how that goes. Ready for bed?
No!
Never. They're never ready for bed. We're gonna see if we can make it happen though. Okay, so I am in the kitchen packing snacks because we have a 4-hour drive, about 4-hour drive each direction to where we're going tomorrow, and so we want to be prepared with food, snacks, lunch, something for breakfast. So I am in the kitchen getting that all prepared so that when we get up at 3 in the morning, all we have to do is get in the car. I'm being as quiet as I can because the girls just laid down. They're not asleep yet, but I'm gonna try to let them drift off to sleep so that I can get this done and I can get some sleep since I'm gonna be the one who's doing the driving, and we're gonna get this show on the road. Okay, so I'm actually up, the car is packed, I am dressed. It is 3:25 in the morning, a little bit later than we wanted to leave, but there was a little bit back and forth over if we were actually gonna go or not. It is very early for a very long drive, so totally understandable. This might have been a trip that maybe we should have just stayed overnight for and spent a few days instead of trying to cram it all into one, but we committed and we're going. So the last thing to do is get the girls in the car. So I'm gonna go do that and hopefully they go right back to sleep because it's a pretty long drive and it's really early. You sleepy?
No.
Dada.
No.
Yeah.
9.
9, yes.
No.
We're in the car. 3:36. Ready? Let's see if they go back to sleep or if they're up for the day. We picked up a couple extra guests. Mom. Hey. And Isha. We call her Isha. My Isha. It's now 4:09, so it's really early. These two are up on their tablets, but we're hoping that they doze off. I'm in the back now. It just worked out better that way for the seating arrangement, so I get to ride this time.
3 hours later.
On today's excursion, we're going to Forks, Washington. Our first stop will be Rialto Beach, where there is a natural wonder that a lot of people reference as hole in the wall. We had to get there super early so we could make sure that the tide was way out so we'd have enough time to walk to the hole in the wall and make it back before the tide came in. Whatever you collect is yours to carry, got it? Where are we going? Wow. We were excited about the ocean views as we started our trek down the beach. Zara entertained us with her singing along the way. Wow, Zara, look. Here it comes. Whoa, is that cool? Don't fall into it.
Mama.
Yeah?
What?
That's water. Whoa, look at this really, really big tree roots. We've walked about a mile down the beach. We have about another quarter mile until we get to the keyhole at Rialto Beach. Zara's being silly. She didn't get a ton of sleep, so she's making bubbles and just entertaining herself. Ava's practicing the quiet game. Nana's walking and Isha's walking, and we're almost there. Can never pass up the perfect opportunity to reenact Baby's log dance from the movie Dirty Dancing. Ooh, so pretty. Look at this tree.
Ask your mama.
Hi.
She wants to go up there, T.
Oh, girl, look at your hands. What? Get it, girls. So, the goal is to get to the other side of the keyhole and take a picture through it. But you have to walk up this really steep trail to get to the other side. So I'm going by myself and everyone else is staying on this side. Oh yeah. Holy moly. This is really steep. Oh, like straight up. Here's the view from partway up this super steep. Ooh. And there's my family. Made it to the top. Gotta go this way. I can do it though. I feel like it's very slippery, and if I take the wrong step, I could totally slip and be sliding down on my bottom. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Stairs make it a tiny bit easier, but it's still very steep. There's a marker. I think that's supposed to tell me where the trail is, so I know how to get back. Oh boy! Okay, so I made it to the other side of the hole in the wall, but I realized I wanted to take pictures on this side with my kiddos, so I decided to go back and get them.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I came back to get the girls. I went through the hole, and now we're...
Cactus, kind of.
It's an anemone down there.
Oh.
So now...
we found an anemone!
Then we found a what?
And it's green!
So now I'm carefully walking on the rocks with the girls to go get us a picture
Right here!
together in the keyhole, and it's beautiful over here. It's getting hot though. We have on a lot of layers. It's getting warm. But I gotta carry Zara because it's slippery, and Ava's being careful, watching where she puts her feet.
What? That was a tiny anemone!
A tiny anemone.
See? Right there!
Whoa. Okay, so we just walked through the hole. She's excited. She made it through the hole. Okay, stay right here. Stay right here. Do you see the anemones? And there's mussels in there.
Mama.
Yes,
I
Star.
found a lizard.
A lizard.
Crab.
This guy right here is a hermit crab.
I'm gonna come and see what you're talking about.
See him move?
Oh, it's a hermit
Oh,
king.
careful. Oh, and look at more fishies. He's coming out. Look at him. Look at him. Oh.
Mommy, you don't want to get pinched.
She's small. Oh, look at him go. Do you see him, Zara? He's a hermit
Can we
crab.
keep him?
No, he lives here. You see him, bud? Oh, let's put him back.
Mom, the tide's coming in.
Whoa.
Mom, the tide's coming in.
It's fine, Ava. What's wrong? Ava started freaking out because the tide is coming in. And it is coming in, but... Ooh. So we look a little cray because the sun came out and we have on way too many layers for the sun. So beach hair, don't care. Oh, also I have an abundance of stuff. So much stuff that I'm carrying for everybody else. Go ahead. Go get him. Go get him. No? Zara's still tired. She still hasn't had a full nap, so it's nice. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong, baby?
No.
No what? Water? It's just water. It's okay. It's not gonna get you. You okay?
Let's do this. Let's do it, Zara.
Woohoo! Zara's so distraught, baby. It's just a little walk.
We got this. We got this. We got this. Go, Zara. Go, Zara.
It had been a long morning for Zara already, and she was ready to eat. Zara, what's wrong, baby? What do you need? Use your words, please. Eat. Okay, we're going back to the car to eat. Ready? Zara had walked a long ways on her own, so I decided to pick her up and hope that it would make the rest of the walk back easier. I think that we're almost back to the car. The walk was a little bit longer than we anticipated it was going to be, but only because the kiddos stopped and played in the water and the rocks, and then we hung out and we took a lot of pictures, and so our bodies are aching a little bit, but I think we're almost back. What'd you say?
Oh, Grandma.
You're old grandma. Why are you an old grandma? What do you have?
My rock.
Oh, Ava keeps talking about her bag full of rocks is so heavy, and she wanted to put it down and leave it behind, but I was like, but we're almost there.
Yeah.
So Ava's been a rock collector since like preschool, and so it's been about 4 years since she's been collecting rocks, and sometimes I don't see the same visions she sees in the rocks she collects, and sometimes we see eye to eye and we agree on the ones that are worth keeping, but either way it's her hobby, so that's how she rolls.
We made it to the car.
Yeah, I think, oh look, there's a marker right there on that tree. I think that tells us that we're back at the parking lot.
We're here, finally. Everybody.
So we have a little bit less pep in our step than we had on the way out here, but we did it. Okay, so we're done at Rialto Beach. We saw a hole in the wall, and we had our lunch at the back of the car and in the car. And now we're gonna go to the Hoh Rainforest. It's about an hour and a half away. Hopefully the kids take a nap and we have a nice drive.
No.
Ready?
Let's go.
Ready?
A bit crazy.